Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer and we are returning to a Let's Play of Old World playing as Greece in this lovely little new game, which I find actually very fantastic. So last time we've discovered the first time a new nation, so an actual nation, Rome here. They apparently conquered a couple of barbarians on this side, so they now have the exclusive right to settle on this land. And that might be a little bit too close for comfort, honestly. Over here, so we need to see whether that will work out. We are building a couple of more settlers. We do have at least two potential city sites down here with a little bit of scrubland, and over here, which might be useful for us to colonize in the short term, I think. If we do want to go beyond that, we either need to find more places to settle, or we do need to go to war with the Scythians, the Numidians, or the Thracians. One of these nations will probably need to fall. I think over here might be interesting, because that will put us into a little bit more, will give us some buffer zone here on this side, so maybe the Thracians would be a good target. Down here this looks like a very promising place as well. I'm slightly concerned because there's not all that much wood around, so maybe we'll have to be a little bit cautious with burning through our wood supplies there. So yeah, let's see about that. We're going to end the year over here and see what's going to happen in the next year. So we've got a first event over here. The new cottages near Athens give the court designers an opportunity to show off their good taste. How shall they decorate? Now that is available to us because we have a little bit more than quite good discipline here, 2 or more. And we've just finished our first hamlet, so our first, let's say, village improvement. So that's nice, and we could give them some art that would cost us some money, but honestly we're doing pretty well in terms of money, so yeah, I think that would be great. Or we could make one of the families that constitutes our empires here pretty pleased with us. Now, these guys are already pretty pleased, so I'm not too sure that that will be that useful. We are not frugal, so we are not able to choose this here, over here, this last option, which is again a little bit like reminding me of Crusader Kings 2. You know what, that being said, I think developing Athens further here is a good choice. So yeah, you're now at development stage 2 over here, which I think is pretty neat over here. Yeah, I like that. Good. So that's actually giving you a new level there. That's perfectly fine. And we've got an inspiring officer. A young officer in Athens has rapidly risen through the ranks, impressing our top generals. They see a bright future. So because we have increased our culture level in Athens just by that last event, we're now getting a good event over here, which is again very nice. So we could get a great soldier, which would not be bad either, so that would give us a good general, or we could get a lot more military points. Now, Now I think training might be the best choice that we've got over here. And I'm wondering one thing. So what I'm wondering is if we are going to Athens and if we are, let's say, producing another, let's take a slinger over here and let's actually put the slinger here right in front of the queue. So that needs 60 training to build up. And you know what? Let's pick another warrior as well, and I think that would be great. So yeah, let's go with the slinger and the warrior. That would require quite a bit of training here. Yep. Now, if we do go ahead and take the choice for the further training, would it go directly to our national stockpile or would it be used in the city first? It seems to go to the national stockpile. Oh yeah, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, fine. That's alright. Let's focus on the settler again and that might be okay. Good. So we've got a couple of units that are idle now, so I think we finished the salt down here. Can we build this up? No, we can't because we don't have husbandry. We can, however, build shrines, and shrines might be quite useful. Now these guys here are the artisans. Which shrine would we want to build with the artisans? I don't think there's any specific need. Well, there's a bonus to quarries. We don't really have that many quarries in this area here though, so honestly I think all of them are relatively fine. Could build the Shrine of Athena, we could build the Shrine of Poseidon. Hades probably is not that useful here. Or Zeus. Honestly I don't care really. I I think they're pretty similar for us. Could build another mine over here, and honestly actually the mine over here might be very useful because that I think does give some bonus to adjacent mines. That means we will be getting a little bit more gold from both of these locations here, so I think that's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead with that. I think that's a great choice there. Let's make sure that we are using our guys over here as well in Athens. And again, I think we might be looking for one of the shrines here as well. And we might want to go... Do we want to go with Zeus? I think Athena would be pretty much thematically pretty fitting. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, let's get over here and let's build the Shrine of Athena in Athens. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's going to give us a little bit more culture, a little bit more science. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Costing us some stone, but not that much, honestly. So yeah, I think that's fine. Now we've got this last guy over here. You could build another hamlet, and that might not be a terrible idea. And I think we could actually build that over here. We could also build a farm, and we do need a farm because we are a little bit shy on food. So sooner or later we do need a farm. Now where would be a good location? Well, honestly they are all kind of a little bit so-so. Yeah, there's no specifically great place to put a farm over here. So I suppose we can just move over here and build a farm there. That should be okay. Yeah. And that does leave us with our scouts. Let's go ahead, scout the area over here a little bit, and I think that's fine. Some more wine there. It's only a little bit of a bonus, so I don't think it's worthwhile too much to take care about that. Okay, some items over there, and I do think we had another scout over here. Let's send him towards this goodie hut. And as our explorers stand by unnoticed, a tribe of hunters visits the ruins to check their traps. They go about their business distracted by their abundant spoils. Should our explorers intervene so we could kill them and take their supplies? Isn't that a lovely method there? Or we could secretly observe their techniques. Now that would give us a trapper. He's a specialist in Athens. He could be working on a camp, so basically he's like increasing the camp capabilities. And he would give us more science. It would cost us a little bit of food, but it wouldn't be a bad choice. Or we could just get a lot of food and wood. Now wood is very useful, and being cruel is not necessarily a bad trade either. We are not a governor without king, so you know what, let's go ahead and secretly observe everyone and see how that is going to turn out in Athens. So we should now have, yeah, a trapper over here, and he's giving us some benefit. So he's basically working this tile, and we do only have a limited number of citizens who can work a tile. Now, different to Civilization, you cannot just put them on a tile and work them. You need to actually train them up, and that sometimes does take an awful lot of time. So it's pretty nice to get that bonus. And yeah, some more science is also pretty great. Right, let's explore further over here. Now, things are not really great because all of this is wooded terrain, and that makes for very slow going, so that's not great. But I suppose what we can do is at least move our military guys down here towards these barbarians. I think that's fine and a good idea. So that is very lovely. We could pick an ambassador and make someone our ambassador. That might be Prince Consort Diatama over here, so basically the... Yeah, but she's not really good at this, is she? No. She does have a little bit of courage, but... Can I see what your stats are? Yeah, I can. Wisdom 3. So Wisdom 3 does give us, honestly, not that much. So yeah. Nope, she's not a good pick for that, so I think that's fine. Good. Let's continue our little game here. See what's happening over here. Let's check out whether anything is up there. No, not really. I think we can get down here. Let's try to get on the hill so that we can see a little bit further. And we're getting to Great Migration. Broken vessels and strange markings indicate that these ruins were once occupied by a tribe from beyond the sea. Such discovery inspires you to expand beyond your realm to new worlds. So we can commission scouts and send them in every direction. That would give us two scouts, which is useful, which is terribly useful. But remember, because of the order system, we cannot just keep on piling new units. So maybe it's not quite as useful as we would think. On the other hand, we could gain 5 turns of technology, and as long as technology carries over, which I think it does, that's basically a new entire technology. So yeah, we're going to pick that. There are a couple of barbarians over here, so let's try to get away from these guys. They shouldn't be too much of our concern. And we do need to make the next research decision over here. And there is one thing that we can do, and that is get a free settler, and get a free settler immediately. Forestry would also be great. That's a pretty good and useful technology because we can build lumber mills, because we don't really have that much wood. So that would be pretty useful. We could also build monasteries. Don't think that's really on the cards right now. Now the thing about the free settler at this moment is we only have these 2 city sites, right? So where would we actually be sending that 3rd settler? The Romans have actually connected the city, built the city up there, so we would need to declare war on either the Thracians or any of these other nations pretty rapidly. So I'm not sure whether that is exactly what we want to do at this very moment. And let's keep on checking whether we do see any other city side over here. Some more salt over there, interesting. Probably pretty good for us, but it might indicate a city side close by, but indeed all of these city sides are occupied by the Numidians at this point. So that's not exactly great. Now this city down here does at least have some trees, which is nice. City side over here, not that useful. Well, got the warrior down here. Now the question is, if we are going to get a new settler, and I would like to expand early on, it's probably not the wisest to go down here, but with a single unit, to start a war with a single unit, it just might not cut it. No, I don't think it does make any sense to pick the free settler. It would be so lovely. It's so great. So do we want to go for rampants or forestry? I think forestry is the slightly better choice. Okay, so let's do that. And indeed, it did get carried over to the next level, I think. So that's great. Yeah, that does mean we can get over here at the very least. And see whether we can at least attack some of these barbarians. Now, are we crossing a river? No. There's no... No. Okay, fine. So, yeah. Oh my. That was pretty loud. You can basically see, by the way, that there's still some placeholder art here for these barbarians. But that's fine. We basically did kill half of their units there. And that basically took all of our command ability. So, yeah, we are stuck with 3 orders now. But again, I do think it was a good choice not to go for the next scout, because we would be getting 2 scouts and we'd only have 3 orders, so that's not necessarily that many and that... Okay, so let's actually get over here and check out the audio, because that is just way too loud. Well, I think it just didn't carry that over, so that's interesting. Okay, let's attack another time. Sorry. That's weird. Why does it always not save that? Okay, well, let's see. These guys nearly dead. That's lovely to see. Of course, that could be our 3rd city side over here, but is it that useful? Just a couple of horses and sheep? I'm not sure. Right, let's get over here. Let's explore more territory. Sort of around over here. I think it does make some sense to circle back around like that. See whether there's any further goody heart or anything like that. No, doesn't seem to be the case. Unfortunately, I do think we have more civilian units. Oh, right, we've got the settler. Now, that's lovely to see. Okay, I think you guys are going to get over here very rapidly now. Okay, first move is over here. It does leave you with one more move. Okay, let's get down there. That's perfectly lovely. Then we've got another settler over here. Now you guys are going to get over to this direction. So let's move over here. That's fine. And then we've got this scout down here, and this guy is already down to 2 moves. Well, he can move 4 tiles, but we only have 2 orders. Now if there was another place over here that we directly need to check out, we would do so, but yeah, at this moment we don't. Okay, so we've completed the settler down here in Sparta. Thing is, what do we want to do now? I think we could go, well, your discontentment is pretty low, so that's lovely to see. We could go with the Olympiad, but you guys are actually the artisans, right? So I'm not envisaging this city to be super militaristic, so I think we don't really need that. So we could actually go for Festival 2, but on the other hand, you are having so much culture already due to these 2 mines. I don't really think we need that. So the big question then is, we do have a citizen here. We could make him into a specialist and either gain, well, basically, yeah, I think over here, so a minor specialist would be great. Yeah, let's go for that. But as you can see, that is going to take quite a long time because we do need to build more. Basically, it's the civics tech, and that is taking a long time over here. So yeah, not great. On the other hand, we can develop a new law. So, here's the next decision. Greece is in need of a decision regarding its labor force. Some in court support the system of slavery, while others wish to keep freedom a virtue. So, this is because we have another 400 civics and we have the technology to actually make that law. And we can actually go to the law screen and see that as well. So, as we did before with centralization and vassalage, we can now choose between these 2 things. And now, slavery is tempting because it is giving you +5 orders per turn, and orders are, as you can see, definitively extremely useful, especially for a white empire. I think that would be great. It's pretty neat. I think that would be fantastic. On the other hand, freedom +2 science per city per year is not that bad either. I mean, we are currently earning 24 science. We have 2 cities, so that already is +6, or sorry, +4 science, or plus 16%. On the other hand, we are also building 2 more cities, so honestly I think that's a very interesting choice. And honestly I think this time I'm gonna go with freedom. So yeah, our subjects are gonna be free, and that's pretty nice to see. Right, that being said, I think we can end this year over here and see what's gonna develop next turn. Are you serious? Why is that so loud? Okay, time to pass quickly. Our daughter, Duchess Archimede, is growing up fast and eager to learn. How would we want to educate her? Now, she doesn't have any specific item except for being prosperous. Prosperous is nice, so that's a good governor thing. I think we could make her focus on commerce, and maybe she's going to become a governor. And honestly, I do not know why the audio, you know what, we're going to just mute this because I think the audio is just it's just annoying. Anyway, I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish. I need to check this. We need to finish this barbarian hut here, and that's nice because we can now promote Prince Alexander. We could give him an upgrade to his courage, which would give further strength to our warriors. That's nice. We could also upgrade his critical chance ability. That's nice. Or I think this is the slightly better choice. If we make him fierce against infantry, he would be gaining a plus 10%. Well, honestly, on the other hand, plus 8% strength in general might be the better choice than versus infantry, 10%. No, let's go with fierce. I think I like that. Just fierce is a lovely idea, so that's perfectly fine. Okay, we did research that or discover that area down there. Let's check on this area up here. Or do we have some workers? Yeah, well, we also have the settlers. Okay, let's check on this settler then. We can found a city pretty much in any of these locations, and we would at any rate have this incense here, so that is perfectly lovely. It's a little bit hard to see how far this would expand down there. Oh, I did not mean to do that, and that is perfectly fine because this game does have an undo button, and that is just so perfectly lovely. I really dig that feature. So yeah, that is nice. Now, these forests down here, might be very good for us because artisans would love that stuff. Okay, being over here, well, we'd be getting these two things. On the other hand, going over here just doesn't yield us anything in the east over there. Going over here though would be a little bit more beneficial in terms of going east. I think over here would be perfectly lovely. Okay, let's get over here and let's found our city here. And again, we do need to make a choice which group we want to be, which family we want to have working this over here. Right, and the same question down here, so you can move over here or over there. This is just scrubland basically, so honestly this is not quite as useful, but I think going over here might be the best choice. That would give you a lot of access to some of these hills. Is that a hill? Yeah, so let's get you over here. And over here we are going to found another city, and with all of these hills here and just very little in terms of anything else, I think what we can definitively do here is use the riders, so the Argead family. That would give us a little bit more military power. It's a connected city, which is lovely, and all mounted units would start with Settleborn. We'd also be getting a scout, which would be nice to send it down in that direction, although it's not the most important one, but we can build all units that require a horse, a camel or an elephant, and actually I do like that idea. The alternative would be going for the statesman family over here, which would be giving us a little bit more culture and a little bit more science, but I do think just some military might be very useful. Now, on the other hand, over here we are definitively going to build a lot of military stuff as well, so that might indeed be a good choice as well. And it would be lovely to connect this city to our other guys over here, because it would count as connected immediately. And with all of these hills, that might not be the worst idea. We don't have anything else going for this city over here. There's only the incense, which does give us a lot of money. So we might want to go for a money type of situation over here. More science. More culture event. Now this would not give us culture, would it? No, it would give us culture. Okay, so I think over here, going for the patrons would be lovely. We could also go for the artisans, because all of the mines and the lumber would be pretty useful. And there's a lot of lumber to be had over here. There is no... well... okay, let's go for the artisans over here. In Corinth. And then we've got the military over here. We've also fulfilled our ambition, controlling 4 cities, and that's lovely because that is getting us closer to victory. And we are indeed getting a new point over here. We do have a new scout, which we are of course immediately going to send out to this direction, trying to discover stuff that's down here. Oh, there's iron ore over here. Isn't that lovely? Although it's very far away from any potential city. Alright, interesting. Also interesting to see Mount Kilimanjaro over here. And by the way, can I see that just how lovely it is that everything is named on this map? Just, I think, gives a different feel to the map as well. So I like that a lot. Right, what are we going to build over here in this city then? Now, since this city is going to be very reliant on culture events and going to give us a lot of bonuses on that, I think going for the festival here early might be very useful, because having a festival here early will increase the culture, the local culture per turn. How's that actually called technically? Culture. This is culture and this is civics, yeah. So yeah, I think festival might be a very good choice over here. Now, on completion we would be getting a lot of growth, so we might want to just tie that directly into worker, so that we would be getting the growth overflow into the worker. I hope that will work out, but I don't know for sure, so let's check that out. And in Thebes, we are getting some good training over here, so I think it might be very nice to go for Olympia, because that would give us more training stuff per turn. So I think that would be fairly fantastic over here, and that's nice as well. Okay, so that does take care of all of our cities. We've got 3 idle units, but we only have 2 orders, so I would like to check this worker here first, because having a couple of workers here come over here and just help out these new founded cities might be extremely useful. We can also build the hanging gardens, and that is a very interesting choice. So we can build a wonder. Now, wonders do work a little bit differently than in any other civilization type game that I know, because you basically need, most importantly, you do need a lot of stone and other items to build that. So where are actually the hanging gardens? They are over here. So we would need 400 stone, which we've got, and it would give us a lot of bonuses. Would require a river, so that's fine. We could also build other items. Tech can size, that would be lovely. But I mean, the hanging gardens, that's looking very lovely. It's gonna take 10 years to build that, but how lovely is that? Start law course, that's also very nice. Pyramids would be allowing us to move. Basically, it would be a big boost. 30% boost to our culture level per turn. And more orders would be lovely as well. Oracle, can we build all of these things right now? Or do we need different technology? Well, we do need a little bit more stone, so I don't think I want to build that right now. No, you know what? I think that's fine. We don't need that right now. Let's get to Thebes down there and start building our military up over there. I think that would be okay. Right, let's see what's going to happen over here. Okay, you've started the construction of hanging gardens. That's not great because that means we can basically build it. Or can we? I think we might be able to build it, but no, we can't. Okay, so as soon as one guy starts building that, we cannot build it anymore. So we would need to be a little bit quicker than anyone else. Right. Time to pick our next ambition. Lovely. We can try to control 5 military units. Not a bad choice. Add 2 courtiers. Now, we can only add 1 courtier right now. Ambassador. I think that's what this means anyway. No, it just requires us to pick that. Now, 400 wood, we're not producing anything right now, so honestly that's not really realistic. 5 military units, at this moment I think this is a bit of a stretch goal, so let's go with the 2 courtiers, and I think that might be a good choice for us to do. Right, let's check on our workers first, so we can send you all the way over here. I think it would make a lot of sense to start building some farms down here. Arid, flat, clear, arid, flat, clear. If we go to rural improvements and farms, yeah, these are good farming locations, so I think we might want to go for that right away. Let's get down here and build a farm, and that's lovely to see. Right, you've finished your mine over here, that's also very lovely. You guys are still working over there, so that's okay. So, question is, over here, do we want to build anything? The Ampeda, no? Interesting. Urban buildings. Urban building, okay, it would be giving us a lot of statecraft. Well, it's tempting to build wonders. It is really tempting. We're not having quite enough stone for that. Could be building a lot of these shrines here. Now, in terms of shrines, again, quarries, we don't have that many over here. Poseidon, well, this is basically a money city, so this is actually what we might want to do. Okay, so let's get over here and start building the Shrine of Poseidon. I think that's perfectly lovely and a nice addition to this city that's very much focused on money anyway. So yeah, I think that's nice. Good. Okay, let's see who else we've got. We've got a lot of the warriors and the scouts. Now the warriors, we don't need to move you up, so let's actually start out with the scouts, because if we are discovering more goodie huts, that would be very nice for us. So yeah, I would like to prioritize that. And indeed, we do get a goodie hut here. An old soldier, a weathered old soldier crouches in the ruins. She, notice that, says that she once commanded the city guard before great sickness destroyed the population. Oh well, that's very timely. Learn her military techniques, so that would enable us to get a technology. Not a bad choice. Or invite her to lead our troops, and that would be giving us a courtier I don't know, you know what? We have an ambition here, so I'm going to go with this, even though the technology would be fairly lovely. But yeah, having a new courtier here, very nice. Very nice indeed. Good. Let's check on the other scouts. So, circle around over here, see whether we can find anything useful there. Not really at this moment. No goodie hut, nothing over here. Well, that is slightly unfortunate. Let's check out the area over here. Now, there might be a pathway there. Let's check that out. Okay. Well, we've got a goodie hut over here. You still got some movement points, but we don't have enough orders to do that. But we can buy another order here for 100 training. So we're going to do that because I want to find out what this is. We do get a cognomen, which is again driving up our legitimacy. Very good. It's also giving us more orders, so that's perfectly fine. And we are going to get star charts. Our explorers discover a cache of yellowed star charts in the ruins. The former inhabitants must have been a tribe of great navigators. Do we want to get a scout and 5 orders? Honestly, at this point we've got 3 scouts. I think this is not really what we need. On the other hand, getting a great scientist and having a courtier join us, perfect, because that's another ambition done for us. Excellent. That is so nice, because that is already fulfilling us another ambition, and that's super useful. So great turn for us over here. That being said, I think now is a very good place to put in a cut, because we've been going on for more than 30 minutes. I think things are starting to fall together a little bit for us, so very happy about that. And we are in the process of slowly building up a military, but so far I'm pretty happy about this. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.